Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. So, I'm doing this video on an off day, usually for Planet Coaster, and there's a couple of reasons why. The update 7 has come out, which will add things like the fact that you can now rotate buildings around. Let's see if I can just do it as an example here real fast with this. Yes, I can in theory do it with this. So now I could do something like this if I wanted to. It'll be cool for design. Not going to do it with that building, obviously, right now, but we'll leave that alone. But the other thing that came out is we have the Sorcery pack. And just so happens we need to build 2 flat rides here, and we have to build a junior coaster. So let's see if the new flat ride we got in fits this bill. I'd be curious if it does. I don't think it does. Actually, it does. Okay, so it has a fear of less than 4, which is what we have to have. Yeah. Alright, so that is what it would have to be. So we can put this out. The question is, where do we want to put it? And also we need some money for it. But yeah, this would be able to fit, say, maybe here. That could be fun. We also have the Sorcery pack overall. We also got 2 or 3 new coasters with this pack. See if I can find them here. I'm thinking maybe just sort this to scenery theme and sorcery theme. No items in there now for that. Interesting. Flat rides. Can't sort by... Oh, I'm not on blueprints, that's why. Alright, they did not put any designs in for it. A little sad about that. I would have loved for some designs to go on, but that's alright. We will see what's available when we can. See if we can find the coasters first and foremost, though. Spinning coaster, water coaster, factor swaying mine cars. That's the one we put in. I wonder if there's no actually... Here's the launch family coaster. The fear is below, so this one would work for us. And I believe this is one of the new designs. So let's see if this will fit over here somewhere. It wasn't the coaster I had intended to put over here. I had planned on putting the Red Dragon coaster in. But you know what? This one will work for it. Yeah, I think I'll do something like this with it. Alright, so how much is that one going to cost? That is going to cost us 40,000. Alright, see if we find the other ones. One of them will be very obvious if we do find it. Is it a very unique coaster overall? There we are. This one is also available. This one's 32,000. You know what? I'm going to use this one. Does this count as a junior coaster? If it does, I'm so using this one. Let's see here. I would think that this is a junior coaster. I mean, this one says family coaster on it, so we know that this one is. I'm not so sure about the other one. But I really sort of want to use the other one. I might just have to take the risk and see. Alright, so let's get to work here then. We need more loan money. By quite a bit. Alright, now we can afford this. Let's go ahead and eliminate a few trees over here. Okay, why am I not getting these trees? I do own this land, right? Oh no, I don't own this land yet. That would be why. Alright, well let's buy the land. I still should be able to afford to put in that coaster. I'll actually get a little bit of money back for these trees. Can't eliminate that one, seems. That one's indestructible. Alright. I'm sure hoping that this coaster fits the bill. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad. Alright, what am I not fitting into? Is it because I'm over that line? It might be because I'm over that line. Alright, let's remove that for a second. Let's remove this stuff. I am going to make this coaster fit. There's no doubt in my mind that I will make this coaster fit. And what I can always do is put it up. I'll put it up over here if I have to for right now. Alright. Get rid of that. Get rid of all this shrubbery. Not that. That was the one part I wanted. Trying to make sure I don't delete anything underneath. Alright. Let's go ahead and move it now. Not trying to build it there. Trying to see where I can fit it over here. I mean, I could fit it there. Alright. What if I spun it entirely around? I'd rather have it facing the other direction. Alright, so that would work. Would it be more helpful if I move it this way? The answer seems to be no. Did I move it back by accident? Looks like I did. I'm not trying to build there. I'm trying to drag it. Alright, can't drag it. So let's move it back. Alright. So finicky here. Alright, we put that in. We need to get the other things in here with it. Facilities, create custom. Let's go with, we need the power. Alright, we have power, so that's good. Now we're going to need walkways. The way I'm going to handle that, let's go over here. We're going to copy whichever path is over here. I'm excited to see that coaster in action, so I'm really wanting to get this up and running. Alright, copy existing texture. Yes, they're all automatic on it. Perfect. This is my biggest concern here, was getting this path to go in here. Alright, well, let's see if I rotate it. You know, that actually gives me more room, so I guess I'll go with it this way. Still can't really have it dip down anymore, but that's alright. Can I just put the pathway here? Alright, undo that. Can still do a path over this way, but this path will be specifically for this coaster, with a nice little mountain area through. That works. I'm fine with that. Let's see here. What do we have as far as entrance paths? I wondered why I was going up. Make sure we got railing on this because it's going to be up in the air here. Don't want my guests dying. We'll do another loop of pathway here, because I could see this coaster being very popular. Personally, I think it would be very popular. I know personally one of my favorite coasters in the world right now is the Hagrid's coaster at Universal Studios, which is very obviously what this coaster is based on. Now, I don't have all the theming for it that they do and such, but it's still such a cool coaster. Let's go ahead and paint those over. Alright. Let's move this. Actually, let's move it inwards a little bit more. There we go. We'll have that test. As far as the flat rides go, how much is this one again? We can afford this one. Can't eliminate any of that stuff. Hopefully that'll be good there. We will place the entrance up over here. We will place the exit right there. It's called Gale Force, so it really fits the theme here well. Let's go ahead and copy existing texture. There we go. No, we're not brushing something this time. There we go. We can actually brush this though. There we go. Perfect. Make it fit in a little bit better. And then let's go here. We need to find an entrance area to a ride. Alright, good enough. I'm like, let's use all of this natural scenery that they've created here. There we go. Perfect. All right. And we'll take a ride on that too, because I've never been on a ride like that one, so we'll experience that together as well. Very excited for it. Let's put this as dynamic price. Good lord, that's worth a lot of money. Okay, that one's gonna break the game, I'd say. Make sure all of our stuff is set to dynamic pricing. Or, yes, dynamic. There we go. Dynamic. Our new coaster is going to be set to dynamic as well. Then there's this thing over here that's just going to break the game, evidently. Can't believe that they want to say at that price. But alright, I'm not going to complain about it. Alright, upswing is set at dynamic pricing too? Yes, it is. That's a custom pricing. Let's get it to dynamic. There we go. Alright. That wasn't what I wanted. Still not owning all the land, but that's alright. So we need one more flat ride. And I really sort of want to put it right in this area. Either here or here. What I'd love to do over here is a star flyer. Oh, the fear's too high on it though. Can't do that. Alright. Could do an observation tower. That would definitely work. You know what? I could put just a simple slide somewhere here. Yeah, I could put the slide right over here. Alright, we'll have the entrance over there, and the exit right there. Alright. We'll put the exit path in here. Oh, I'm painting. I was wondering why it wasn't connecting. I don't need this as a 6, just a 4 will do. I hate when that happens. There we go. Now should have the distance I need. There we are. Let's go ahead and get the color scheme off of this so that we start matching things up here. Confirm that. Confirm that. And that. There we go. Alright, blue is going to go to the blue. The darker yellow is going to go to the orangish color. The lighter yellow is going to go to the pink color. It's going to be very bright that way. Actually, you know what? Let's make this one the pink color. And let's make this the white. There we go. That works for me. Make that dynamic. Want it meandering a little bit. There we go. Alright, so the 2 flat rides have been set up. They're good to go. But I am going to change the color scheme of this one to match with the color scheme of the rest of this area. We'll go with this blue is this blue. Let's go white instead of dark. There we go. Just a colorful thing there. Let's go ahead and add in I think that looks nice. Alright, don't have the money for the photo kiosk. Alright, we will get there though. We will get that money back. Let's see, I need a post. That's really what I need. Alright. That might work. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Alright. So let's go ahead and start things. We need this coaster testing. It is funny to me that the coaster is only going to be worth like 30 bucks. When this thing over here is worth so much money. I want to see somebody actually get on it though. I just can't expect people are going to pay that kind of money for that thing. And no sooner did I say that than people are already getting on it. It's only got 4 seats to it as well, so it's gonna look at all the people already lining up for this thing. As I said, we will definitely ride on this to take a look at it. We know what the slide's like already, so not worried about that. But we're about to get our achievement here also by completing this mission, I believe. We just need the coaster to finish. Hopefully this one counts as a junior coaster. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad. It does not count. Wow. Alright. Well, that stinks. But we're going to ride it anyways. I mean, next episode I will delete it and I'll put in something that will count. But we might actually even do that this episode. Let's go ahead and ride it. And then we'll replace it. Everybody is lining up for this over here. That is insanity. Alright, we're just going to switch this to testing so we can ride it real fast. Glad I hadn't spent too much time on this. But it does really show off the different things that they've added to the game as far as drop track. And then we're going to have track switching here in a second. All very cool. Definitely love it. And I will be using that in one of my parks for sure. I mean, I'll be using the devices overall. Wow, so I lost a lot of money with that, but it is what it is. Luckily, that air ride's gaining me a ton of money. Alright, this is $40,000. Wow. Alright, for now, well, I might have to show that just in another park. What I need is a dragon coaster. There we go. Yeah, this one's cheap. Let's go ahead and pause real fast. Let us select all this stuff that we put in here, because we don't need any of it, and I don't feel like spending the money on it. We lost a little bit of the mountain, but that's alright. If I want in the future, I can put something over there. But for now, let's go simple. Simple dragon coaster. Can easily fit over here. Let's just strip the land. There we go. Alright. We'll at least make it into a red dragon. Make me feel a little bit better about it. So much less expensive of a dragon and such, but it is what it is. There we go. We got the red dragon going on. Alright, now let's get our pathway here. Let's go ahead and put it up to, I believe, 7. There we go on that. And then let's go over here. Copy the existing texture here. As I said, I'll just get a free part going on, and we'll go ahead and handle we'll try out the other coaster there. There should be 2 other coasters, but I'm not sure what the other one is exactly, I'll say. So we'll just go ahead and try out the one that I am sure of, which is that family coaster. There we go with that. And let's use the brush. There we go. Go ahead and test it. Still want to see how many people are getting in line for this over here. Look at that. That is just craziness. But hey, people are happy about it. I'm happy for them. And there are people in line for our slide even, so great. They didn't want my really cool coaster, but you know what? Maybe next episode. We'll see. We can take a ride on this one too, even though it's nothing too special. But still, why not? For right now, I just needed to get back to the station so I can complete this challenge and be done with the silvers. There we go. Okay, so we just need our daily income to go up, which is fine. Build a new junior coaster ride. Research alternate lift coasters. We've done all those, so really the only thing we need left is just have the income go up. And we'll be done with the silver. Easy enough. I evidently do need some staff rooms. Don't have staff rooms as an option? Oh, because I'm still using the sorcery thing. That's my bad. I was like, I should have a staff room. Yeah, let's just go with this. I don't really feel like building a staff room this time, so we'll just put this in. I know it doesn't fit exactly the theme, but it'll be fine for now. Oh, actually, that's the wrong bad thing anyways. There we go. Got a staff room there for them. And we'll put a staff room over here for people as well. You know what I want to do here?
Purple balloon evident that you are.
Bujano baboon.
That was not correct. Needed to be staff only again. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So let's take a ride on the Dragon Coaster, we'll take a ride on the new flat ride, and then, as I said, I'll add a little video at the end showing...
Right. All the admin for Coast to Coast is done. And all I had to do was skip lunch. And breakfast. And yesterday's dinner. Actually, when did I last eat?
Bro, you ever think you might have lost sight of how fun making coasters is?
Lost sight of? I mean, perhaps I can get lost in spreadsheets, but if I don't do them, who will?
Forget the sheets, man. I've got a few ideas on how to further improve the parks.
Alright. So we'll wait for the coaster to run its course this time. We need to build a new coaster with at least 6 pier and set to open. That's going to be a challenging one. New flat ride of at least 4 pier. That won't be a challenging one. And daily income and 2,000 guests. So really it's the coaster that's going to be the challenge, and I'm hopefully going to be able to fit it over there. But anyways, as I was saying, let's go ahead and ride this. I somehow closed this, which was annoying. That was not my intention at all. Alright, well, let's go ride this then real fast, then we'll come back to Dragon Strip. Looks like it's in mid-ride right now, so... No power over here. I gotta take care of that real fast too. There we go. Alright, now we'll ride this one. Let's go back a car or two. That way we don't have the dragon head blocking our view. But yeah, I am very happy with the Sorcery Pack. I paid, I want to say, right around $13 for it, so I think that's very reasonable for what we're getting. Hopefully you do as well. I'm looking forward to everything that's coming with Planet Coaster at this point. It's really shaping up the second game to be better than the first, and that's a high bar because the first one was phenomenal. Quite high up here. Sort of slow down the hill because we're still on the chain mechanism, but that's alright. Actually, it's not a chain mechanism, it's drive wheels, so it is what it is there. Nothing too amazing, but it works. Alright. We're just gonna hop on this where it is. Oh. So it's sort of like a giant swing. Oh. And we can go upside down. Alrighty then. A little nauseating. Sort of fun that way. I do have a feeling, though, in order to get the fear of 6 that I'm going to need for the coaster I'm going to build over here. For one, let's see what the other piece of land is that we don't own yet. Oh, is it just the parking that's locked? I think so. Alright, so we have this big piece of land, but I think in order to get a 6, I'm going to have to build it myself. Alright, this one's the biggest so far. $6.43, so we could use that one. This is the one we already used, though, sadly. I would just have to put another one of those in. I really don't want to do that. You know what I could do is I could replace this one over here with something else possibly, and then put the one over here. Or I could just cheat the system and put the one, for example, yeah, what I could do is I can just delete this one and put a new one exactly in its spot. It'll be cheaty, but it'll work. It's probably what I'm going to end up doing, just to get done with that. Already paid half the loan just because of this ride, basically, here, so that works out nicely. Would really like to put that one in here as well, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. We'll just replace this one. What else do we have to do as far as goals here? New flat ride of at least 4 fear. That actually I know already. I'm going to put in a star flyer right there, so that'll work perfectly fine. And then daily income we just have to get up, as well as guest count. Which what I can do is put in more flat rides and stuff over here. Easy enough to do. We'll be able to get it done. For now though, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. As I said, I will go to another park real fast just to put in that other coaster so we can see it. But if you enjoyed what I did in the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and hope to see you all back for more of Planet Coaster 2.